Want More Comics and Games presents New Comic Book Day, November 12, 2025. Batman 162 is delayed no more. Catch part 5 of this epic sequel. Travel to the not-so-distant future with Batman Static Beyond number 1. And Poison Ivy gets an annual for 2025. Captain America assembles a team of revolutionary warriors to protect the foundation of the United States of America in a new miniseries called 1776. Predator Badlands gets a comic book prequel. Spider-Man Noir gets its second issue. Check out the colossal Kaya oversized one-shot, Die, returns with a new sequel series titled Loaded. Our Fantasy gets issue 13. From the creative mind of Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto comes another crime-driven drama series called American Caper. City Beneath Her Feet gets issue number 2. Hellboy and the BPRD take on the Ghosts of Labrador. Get what you want and more at iwantmorecomics.com.
It's Tuesday.
Hype. It is time.
The comics are on fire. Too hot to handle.
That was last show, or the last week's show, wasn't it? The comics were on fire.
Here?
No, remember the fire alarm went off?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fire alarm. Now, these are
right.
comics.
Let's see.
We just let them burn. So, welcome to Half Hour Hype with Keith and Richie. I Want More Comics and Games. Bringing you all the joy that we can, or at least pretending to, with the new comics and such. Bring them to your attention and letting you know they are available now to be grabbed online. You can join us directly on our website here. Go to iwantmorecomics.com. Turn around and use the menu at the top for shop new releases this week, or just use the link I just put out there. Good evening, Light One. Good to see you tonight.
Hello.
But we're in the middle of a week of trying to get a whole bunch of things done. Richie's got a little small vacation, so he's overworked on trying to prepare and be ready for all that. I've got a major card release tomorrow with the Batman medal. I am going to invite everybody who sees this show. Keep an eye on our socials. We will be going live tomorrow afternoon with some really good information about the Batman medal set and how you can get it from us, including online breaks on Whatnot and in-store purchases for that. So
very exciting.
On the website. It's so funny. I see an order come through like yours where you're like, oh, like you grabbed a couple. I'm going to call Light One out here and all this. You grabbed a couple Excalibur issues to. I had just put those up last week. I just worked that. I just got it up. So it's always rewarding for us to see them. Somebody else was like, oh, I was looking for that when we turn around and get stuff up and going on the website. As always, anyone with the website, if you have back issue requests, you can turn around and send them to us. We will prioritize getting those series up and going so that you can turn around and do it. We will even, if we pull from the warehouse, contact you back and give you first shot at grabbing the issues as we go. But for today's world, that's the wrong one. That was ugly. That is the right screen that gets us to where we want to be. We're on new releases this week.
Yes.
Rack looks pretty solid.
I would agree.
Overloaded. Like I've seen some weeks with more numbers, but even at 268, I know that that's pretty big because the rack's only supposed to hold 240. I
would agree. We have a decent amount of stuff, but we are not completely overloaded. There's a lot of cool things to look at. I wanted to start with we said we'd start with it last week, and I want to continue checking out Marvel's Street Verse variants because I want people to see how cool they look, especially in a row together. We have a couple symbiotes this round, 2 blonde bombshells and the Queen of Weather herself, all on today's docket. In Huckley just really killing it with this streetwear version of our heroes, and this is week 2. If you're into it, I would pick them up.
It's really funny to me about like the style, like that he does, like the big puffy jacket kind of thing for the villains and all this. Pieces like that and all this very in theme kind of idea for that.
I agree.
And, like Emma here, barely putting anything on, like she would normally do, and all this.
Mm-hmm.
But good ones there. If you'll notice, it looks like two of them are repeated. It's because you have the regular one here that has the trade dress. The no dressed version is the 1 in 50, and there are a couple of those that become available. They do pop up on the website now.
Yep, those are a pretty penny, but also way more exclusive. So if you're looking for more collectability there, I would suggest that buy. The other thing that starts this week that might sneak under people's radar is the Gotham City Siren variants that you have linked. There's only one this week, but it is a new theme going through November. If you're into Gotham City Sirens, I would check those out.
Who are the Gotham City Sirens?
The Gotham City Sirens are the trio of Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, and Catwoman. They run amok upon Gotham when they team up.
Ladies causing chaos.
Mostly, I see them in Gilliam March artwork, but I do like their expansive universe as they keep building upon that little legacy that they have. Well, let's talk about the one right up front on page 1. 1776 drops today by Michael J. Straczynski, Ron Lim, and Sean Damon Hill on your art. This is, just Avengers in the Revolutionary Time, setting up a formidable squad to protect the founding of America. There are some cool, unique takes to this story. I like the idea of Avengers in 1776. There's a really cool variant homaging past president variant, but this time with George Washington instead of Obama. That was really cool. I think it's going to be an interesting little mini series, and I think you should pick it up.
I do also think that the Quesada variant here is pretty sweet.
Oh yes, yeah, agreed.
When he gets to put in his pen to the paper, I like how it turns out.
Let's talk about one I think is under the radar, but could interest a few people under Dark Horse. There's American Caper #1. It said it in the little reel there, but this is Dan Houser and Laszlo, creators behind Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption. The thing I like about this is that the story, if you read the little synopsis here, it feels very much like Rockstar storytelling. So there's like something basic and then something that's a little twisted on that basic thing, and it keeps kind of spiraling. So I think it's going to be a really fun read, and the art by David Lapham is going to be awesome. I'm glad you highlighted the Simon Beasley variant because he will be doing variants throughout the entire series. I looked at issue 2 just recently, and it's going to be all the way through. So I think it might be a sleeper for people.
I can't tell you how much the A cover here does make me think Grand Theft Auto.
Correct. So while you wait for GT6, you might as well read American Caper. You got plenty of time.
Yeah.
So pick it up.
Your grandkids are going to love GT86.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool. When you can't do it because of arthritis and memory loss, it's fine. Another one that might be in everybody's in the lens of the public right now is under Marvel Comics, and it's actually a prequel to a very successful movie that released last weekend called Predator Badlands. This is a one-shot featuring the official prequel to the movie. Since Marvel owns the rights, they were able to put out a comic pretty quickly with that. I had 2 or 3 people come last week after the movie had premiered looking for this comic book. So I think there might be a few people looking for it. It is going to be released tomorrow, but is available to purchase right now. We have the regular A cover, and I think there's a movie variant as well. And
a Kafu there also with
a Kafu, yeah.
Yeah, the movie poster one, pretty sweet.
So don't miss out on that. I did hear really good things. I haven't seen it myself, but I will be going. Hellboy fans from Dark Horse again. We have a 2-part mini, which is basically the standard at this point. But this is going to be Hellboy and the Ghost Ships of Labrador.
Like the Golden Retriever?
I don't think it's like the Golden Retriever, but
okay.
You might have to read to find out.
There's a dog on the cover. So that's what
there is a dog on the cover. It's not a Labrador, which is annoying. But there is a ghost ship on the cover, so it's half right.
Okay.
Matt Smith variant, not from Doctor Who. But there you go on that. And in Dynamite, you have another comic that might feel familiar, but is actually new. And we are going to go through this again next week. But we have had Fantastic Four Gargoyles #1, and today we are getting Gargoyles Fantastic Four. This is the Dynamite response to the crossover event of these two iconic IPs, and Greg Weisman's going to take on the writing duties here for the Dynamite perspective, for the Gargoyles as the main characters here. Again, we didn't tie people to this, but if you did buy Fantastic Four Gargoyles, I did put this in your hold slot for you hold slot members.
Yep.
So you have that.
You showed interest. You get the first shot at it.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about an annual, but also a really awesome variant. Poison Ivy from DC Comics is getting its annual for 2025. Annuals are an interesting style of comic book where, like, they have a certain amount of writing time and deadlines, and they add one or two of these annuals to kind of tell either a connecting story or something on its own. Regardless of what you think there, Seb McKinnon has been an excellent artist on Poison Ivy variants for a while, was taken off and is back on this cover, and I thought I would highlight it because it is gorgeous.
Very nice.
One I want
because I think we just
sold out
correctly. Yeah, I think it just
see how that works.
As we were clicking on it and all this, I think it said sold out on me.
If you're like, darn, I sold out, I have this really cool show I'm going to talk to you about on Sundays. We do this thing called Final Order Cutoff, and you can actually order that, and you don't have to worry about typing really fast and clicking very fast on today's show. Anywho, let's talk about we'll go to IDW and talk about another crossover that is very green. But we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Godzilla. Godzilla has been fighting everybody, and I mean everybody, in the last year and a half. He's taken on the Justice League. He's taken on everybody at Marvel. He's taken on the Power Rangers. So it makes sense that he should try to fight these 4 amphibian ninjas. It is Tim Seeley doing the writing duties. It is Pharaoh Pei on the art, also the cover. So the cover shows you kind of like what the art's going to look like. I think it's going to be a blast. It is for anybody that's going to enjoy a kaiju ninja story, and hopefully that does happen.
It does tell us in the teaser about, the Shredder and the Foot Clan having deep-seated roots all the way back to being a protector of Godzilla, but now wants to use it as a weapon kind of thing, which sounds very Shredder-ish.
So, I'm hoping to see Shredder do the Mothra dance to summon her, but maybe I'm just going too far out of pocket.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't think I should wait for that?
Right. No, don't try to find an internet betting site for that one.
All right. Let's talk about a stunning cover kind of hidden in an awesome comic book that's coming out through Image Comics called Witchblade. Number 16. There is just a really stunning Sozomakia cover I thought we would highlight because, I mean, goodness gracious, that's going to sell off the rack. We will not have that by the weekend.
There is hanging around there for a minute the 1 in 25 Virgin also. We have one that available. So if you are really in on that art, I would grab that quickly.
Confirmed. All right, let's go to Blast in the Past. You may have thought it was over, but it's not. We're actually still waiting for the end. We're going to go to DC Comics and talk about Jeff Loeb, Jim Lee, and the long-awaited Part 5 of Hush 2 with Batman 162, just to confuse everybody. And I think that's what the big two are trying to do, is make it as convoluted as they possibly can with Age of Revelation, Age of Apocalypse, having Batman and Batman coming out at the same time. I think it's just their goal to make sure everybody's really confused on what they're trying to buy.
It kind of ruins the whole Hush 2 thing, because now I'm not worried if Batman's going to die at the end of Hush.
Oh, you know what? That does give it away, doesn't it? I think Batman might live through this.
It's pretty obvious.
I didn't even think of that. You're right.
I mean, he maybe get maimed, but like he's not dead.
It's true. Hush 2 Part 5 drops issue 162 from the 2016 run, or volume 3 of Batman will drop. It has a lot of great covers, so don't flip over those too fast. But it is the continuation of the Hush story from the previous Batman volume. There is still one more issue, I believe, that has to drop. I think it's 163.
Yes. This is what they call the penultimate.
Yes,
which is the one before the end.
Yeah, so this is we're close, but we're not over yet. I believe the final one will drop in December, alongside what I meant was when you get GTA 6, you will have
Batman Hush 2 at the same time.
And then we'll look forward to Hush 3.
Our most recent date for it was going to be January now.
Okay, there you go. So January, we'll hope for January.
We're just savoring this all the way through.
That's right. Read at night. It's just a slow, enjoyable read. I will say Jim Lee's art is worth the wait, but man's busy. What can I say? So there you go.
Play the game, Richie, real quick. It doesn't take long. You get to only have one. Pick one.
Oh gosh, you're a jerk.
I know. I love it.
I highlighted the Finch because I love how Finch does Batman. Chew has been phenomenal. I think it's the Jim Lee variant for me. I think that's the one I go.
Okay. Probably wrong, but that's okay.
You're not even going to answer, are you? You're just going to leave that out in the air, and I'm going to.
You didn't. I'm surprised you didn't just go for giant size, because with giant size you also get the larger than
yes. I'm glad you brought it up that the giant sizes are available as well. I did kind of skip over that. Yeah. One I wanted to talk to you about. It's a variant, and I just can't believe this is true. So in Star Wars from Marvel Comics, he has the JTC John Tyler Christopher variants. He's been doing them forever since 2015. And you're telling me in a decade he hasn't done R2-D2? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Or is he doing a 2025 edition of the R2-D2 action figure?
R2-D2 has had, I believe, 2 past action figure variants.
Okay.
But the new ones that they are doing here are on what are called the Power of the Force cards. In the 90s, when they brought back all the action figures and remade all of the original series action figures, they came out on this the hanger design, and it's called the Power of the Force because right there it says Star Wars Power of the Force. This is actually the red card Power of the Force, because you can see like this orange and red in the back. There are green card ones out there. Trust me, there were so many action figures of Star Wars.
Oh, I believe you.
90s, when they decided, we should start this cash cow up again, it's insanity.
I believed you, and
I'm going to use this opportunity to market. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone local should join us that Sunday before Thanksgiving.
You mean before Black Friday? The Sunday before Black
Friday.
Interesting. Okay.
We are going to have a sidewalk sale, weather pending, and if the weather's bad, we've got an answer. So don't sweat that. I think out there. But we turned around and I went through the warehouse and I pulled out a whole bunch of these, and am ready to put out a whole bunch of action figures at a real cheap price.
Excellent.
And you will find this exact action figure inside those boxes. I know. There's 1 or 2 of those in there.
And this may not look impressive, but this is drawn. This is JTC.
JTC is amazing.
He's insane.
What detail he's done. This will look like the photo of
that's what I'm saying. It looks like a photo, but it's not. That's what I wanted to tell people.
Nope. It's great. But if you like Pops, if you like Star Wars action figures, if you like some other action figures, we are going to have a crazy, please take this out of our warehouse kind of deal day.
We had kind of discussed it last week with the character's name who we could not pronounce, but I'm proud to say that you and I can absolutely pronounce the next Dynamite Entertainment Thundercat special.
Oh, okay.
And
I did find out the answer for that one and all.
We did. Nam told us, and I've already forgotten it. It's like Pumera, Pymera.
Yeah, it's Pumera because it's a puma, right?
Yeah, Puma.
Pumira is what it is. Pumira.
But
Panthro is not a problem.
This Panthro, yeah. And you know what the best part about Panthro is? He has nunchucks that are also cat hands. I don't know why, but that's great to me.
Is it your number one?
That's my favorite Thundercat for sure. Can you imagine getting swapped in the face by a nunchuck and then it was a cat's paw? It's got to be embarrassing.
I've seen those internet videos.
Incredible. So yeah, Panthro's my numero uno. He gets a special this week. Don't miss out. All of my Thundercats fans. There's a few variants because it's Dynamite. Pick up your favorite.
Yep.
Got that. We can talk about a new number one featuring another character that a lot of people may not have heard of, but his name's Batman. It's DC Comics, and it's going to be Batman and Static Beyond.
Okay, so
it's not Batman.
Yeah, like
this is where are my Terry McGinnis fans at? This is one of the things that I love about the idea of Batman Beyond is the Beyond Justice League, and Static is being a huge part of that. I love that connection, and I genuinely it feels good. I don't know why. It feels like a good legacy. It isn't Elseworlds, but we have in this series what it's going to be is Batman and Static are kind of working together to bring Neo Gotham and the universe to a whole new level of energy using their G wave or Q wave or whatever. So a lot of cool tales in here. I think it was going to be a blast and a great duo nonetheless. Batman Static Beyond number one releases this week.
3 options for variants. I say 3 because 1, you get to choose Dustin Win foil or regular. But Raza and Dennis Cowan all brought a game product here.
That Raza variant is so good.
It's really good looking books for this.
Next we'll talk about a slipcase set.
I'm going to jump real quick so we
go ahead.
lose it because I remember seeing this Sozamakia.
Oh, you jerk. All right, I have that on my list, but let's talk about it because Sozamakia is awesome. This is an excellent cover. But there's another variant cover on here that we have to promote because it's a friend of the stores.
There is that.
Mm-hmm.
And let me get right back to that. Our good friend, one of our first guests we had here at the store.
Yep.
Amy Reeder.
The great Amy Reeder is doing a cover for Supergirl and absolutely should be highlighted. If you like us, you like her. That's just how this works.
Yep. Required.
Mm-hmm.
Required.
Excellent pull on the Sozamakia, though. I was going to do a whole variant highlight of that series because it was really.
I was worried you were missing it because we had already done the Witchblade.
Yes,
and
yes.
There are things it's you're allowed to miss and all that, but
of course, yeah. I mean, I do burn through this bad boy.
Oh yeah, the tiniest picture that they ever gave us here.
Yeah, there you go. This is
so small.
Look at it. It's not that
so
big. This is a much bigger slipcase than it appears on our website, but this is the Lenore slipcase set. It is $60, but you're getting, what is it, 3 hardcovers with
Nuggies, veggies, and cooties.
Yes, that is correct. It's got a ton of stories in there. It's a great Roman Dirge set if you're a fan of his writings, and I know a lot of people that are. This will look great on your bookshelf and make an excellent gift. And you ready for this? We have one available. There's one left, so if you want it, I jump on now.
So if you've never read Lenore, the reason to read Lenore is take Wednesday Addams, but add a super kind of weird, quiet, quirky kind of thing, which I understand doesn't sound like it's too far off of Wednesday Addams.
Yeah.
But
it gets like silly, cartoony almost.
It's so ridiculous and so crazy. Like when she loves the hamsters at the pet shop. And most stories in this are 1 to 2 pagers.
because it's Roman Dirge, you can easily say it's Wednesday meets Invader Zim.
Yes, it is.
Slam that together.
Yep.
That's what it is.
You get it all.
All right. We got to talk about it. One of the things that Keith and I both love, Die is coming out again.
I strongly like.
Sorry, I didn't want to commit for you.
Yeah,
yes. Strongly like is the correct answer. For those that don't know, this is Jumanji meets D&D. It is it's a really incredible story that starts with a simple concept of a game that sucks you in, and has consequence like Jumanji, but then becomes a very existential story, very artsy, book about identity and consequence and reality versus fantasy. It just begins to spill over into a lot of just incredible storytelling. That's only just the writing part. The artwork in this, Stephanie Hans, I became a full supporter of Stephanie Hans through Die. And every page, every panel is just gorgeous. You can't take your eyes off of it. By the end of the book, I was completely emotionally drained. I thought we were done. And the fact that we have more not only enlightens me, but or intrigues me, but it also kind of scares me a little based on where we ended with the original series.
So Richie really should have taken a lot less time talking about this, only for the fact that we are almost out. It's been the most popular seller since this turned around and turned on. The A cover is gone. The blank, there is one. The quick start guide, there is one. That 1 in 25, there is one. And there's a couple of the Peach Momoko. We didn't have to do much pitching. People understand this book is a big deal and good, and it is quality reading. If you have not read any of Die, I would absolutely strongly suggest you grab the first trade paperback from the first series, just called Die, and dive in. Art will totally immerse you. Story will totally get you. Characters build and make you care about them. It's fantastic world building.
Agreed. Is the quick start guide on there right now still? We still have one?
That's it. That's the one.
So the quick start guide is a really good idea for those that want to take the comic book further. They actually, Karen Gillian and Hans are big D&D fans and built the game. So the game that they're playing is actually a legit RPG that's been going on since Die the comic book started. They built that before they built the comic book, so they would have something to work with it. It's a really simple game with just a set of die you could use. It's $6.99 for a quick start set. If you're into that kind of stuff, I'd pick that up. And I do think it'll probably be collectible, but I'm not here for that.
I'm very curious how they built it in the quick start guide. If it is exact, like it is choose a die.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
As a character, you were choosing one die kind of
right
thing.
With that one power. Yeah. It would be interesting to see what they do. All right, then from there, that's my biggest one of the week. I and obviously we're almost sold out. That's why. Next, I wanted to talk about do a little variant runway with Fantastic Four this week.
Okay,
and not just because there's a Frisson there, but there happens to be a Frisson.
There might be a Frisson left.
Yeah. But there's a lot of really great covers on this Fantastic Four run, including that In Huck Lee cover, the stunning In Huck Lees that I like, the hilarious Scotty Youngs, which have been across, like, connecting cover all the way across Fantastic Four, and our Disney reskins that have been very, very popular.
Yeah, this will be the 5th part here for the Scotty Young series. So now all the connectings are finished with this one. So that's a big milestone there. And then, like you said, this is an homage cover. They call them the What Ifs, but it is like Fantastic Four 217, and it's all those characters playing their roles. It's great to see Herbie here.
Yeah, that's great. We can stay with Marvel to talk about a teensy bit of confusion, but I wanted to make sure people don't miss out. I was lamenting about my opinions of this, but X-Men Tales of the Age of Apocalypse #1, it drops this week. This is a kind of like a retelling of it's a reprint of Astonishing X-Men, Factor X, Weapon X, and Amazing X-Men, kind of revisiting when they stopped all of their most popular ongoings to do different versions of them in the future, an unknown future. It is hearkening to exactly what's happening right now with our Age of Revelation comics, where a bunch of those comics have been paused while we deal with this X future. But this being a combined series, I don't want you to mix that with the fact that there will be the X-Men of Apocalypse that drops next week. I'll highlight that for you so we all stick with it. This, if you want to go back and read your 95, just relive that 95 shocker, this is perfect for that. But if you're looking for that new X-Men of Apocalypse, that will be next week.
If you are on our X-Men of Apocalypse pull and don't see this in your box, that was correct. Remember,
Yes.
We don't pull reprints. You're absolutely allowed to have them, but we don't force down reprints on.
Yeah, we wouldn't expect you to
series.
rebuy something you potentially already own.
Right.
We're already over the time limit. I was just going to mention that Batman Dark Patterns from Dan Waters, who's been phenomenal. This book has been phenomenal. Ends this week. This is the final issue of that story arc.
All right. Thank you one and all for hanging out with us. It's always a blast to kind of go through the comics, spend a little bit of time just talking the fun story side of things and the quality art. We will be back at it tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow afternoon. Tune in if you're interested in Upper Decks Batman Metal new set. We will have a show tomorrow afternoon. We will then be leading into the Wednesday night stream sale. And we will be on Whatnot for most of the rest of the week. Wednesday, I think it's going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday is the schedule to be on there. So
yeah, let's go.
We're going to jam on that and have a blast as soon as Richie leaves us and runs out of town.
Every time I leave, you have a party. It's crazy. All right.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Just coincidence.
Yeah, coincidence every time. All right,
So,
gang.
Thank you one and all, and we will see you again.
See you tomorrow.
I Want More Comics and Games presents New Comic Book Day November 12, 2025. Batman 162 is delayed no more. Catch part 5 of this epic sequel. Travel to the not-so-distant future with Batman Static Beyond #1. And Poison Ivy gets an annual for 2025. Captain America assembles a team of revolutionary warriors to protect the foundation of the United States of America in a new miniseries called 1776. Predator Badlands gets a comic book prequel. Spider-Man Noir gets its second issue. Check out the colossal Kaya oversized one-shot, Die, returns with a new sequel series titled Loaded. Power Fantasy gets issue 13. From the creative mind of Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto comes another crime-driven drama series called American Caper. City Beneath Her Feet gets issue number 2. Hellboy and the BPRD take on the Ghosts of Labrador. Get what you want and more at iwantmorecomics.com.